Good morning. My name is Caitlin, if you're new to the podcast. I don't know why I started off with a good morning. It's morning for me. It may not be morning for you. Whatever time of day it is for you. Um, yeah. Yesterday was kind of rough. I don't know. I feel like even though I did take things for pain, like it wasn't helping. So like today I just decided not taking anything and we'll just see how that goes. I don't know. Hopefully, I was like, I just don't feel like it's helping, so like what's the point? And also I felt like I've been gradually like increasing how much I need to take of things and I'm like, I don't want to start building a tolerance to anything. So today is just going to be nothing. I mean, I'm always tired, so like that's not going to change. I I called my partner on the way home from work because I wasn't feeling very well. And I think I forgot, I broke my own rule in the same day too. It was like 6 o'clock or something, and I hadn't eaten since like maybe 12:30, and all I had was soup. And I took more Kratom on the way home because I was just in a lot of pain and I was like, oh no, now my tummy feels weird. And I took a very small amount, so it didn't like make me too sick, but I didn't feel very good and I started getting anxious, which I don't know if that was related to that or I do have some paranoid thoughts. Anytime I take anything, I'm like, oh, what if this is bad for me? Even though I've taken it a million times. I don't know. But I called my partner and was like, "Hey," they were also on the way home, and I was like, "Oh, don't feel very good, so I just wanted to talk to you." And ended up like just talking about how I've been feeling and that it's been really, I've been struggling and that I'm like really scared that I'm gonna have to leave this job at some point sooner than my goal, which was being here 2.5 years. I've not even made it a half a year. Almost a half year. January will be a half year. Um, but just that I don't know how how long I can do this for, and that going out and getting a different full-time job isn't gonna be a solution necessarily either, at least not long term. Like I yeah. It was talking about how discouraged I feel and how I wish things were different, and I want so badly to be capable. I want so badly to be able to do all of the things, and when I can't, I just get so upset. But my partner was like, I want you to feel better. Like I hate that you don't feel well. But he's like, I don't. Oh, by the way, my partner does go by he, him pronouns. I have been just trying to keep more ambiguity as to who my partner is to keep it like, but it's fine. I guess I'll switch to those pronouns. I prefer to use they, them pronouns to refer to pretty much anyone unless they specifically like want to be referred another way. But also because of having a podcast and having my name out there and like I don't want to have like I want to protect his identity as much as possible, but I mean, I have stuff on my Instagram, so if you follow me there, you'll know, but I don't know. I'm weird. But anyways, that was a little tangent about pronouns, because I think that's kind of stupid, and that gender is a construct. But anyways, um, like everything is a construct. Um, he was like, a lot of people's wives like to stay home, or like I don't care if you have a part-time job and not a full-time job. And I'm like, I just like started crying on the phone. Um, I feel like I have to be told something like a million times for me to actually like believe it, especially when it's something that like I really don't believe about myself. Like I still believe that I have to have a full-time job in order to be successful in any sort of way, and it's just I don't know why that's so ingrained in me. Um, but I like the people here at my job too, and like I don't want to feel like I'm disappointing them and myself. Like I just feel like it would be disappointing all around, and so I'm trying not to, and I don't want to hurt people, but I'm hurting myself by doing it. So it's like the same conversation that I've been having day in and day out on here. But I need to start treating myself like I would treat a friend and say those reassuring things to myself. Um, I just try to think like, what if somebody else that I knew was going through this, what would I say? How would what type of advice would I want to give? That is, my door was not even closed. Good thing hardly anyone's here. But what is happening? It says it's only been recording for 30 seconds. Hopefully that isn't true, because then it would have cut off like everything that I said. I don't know how to check that. Anyways, hopefully my recording is fine, and if it's not and it started in the middle of it, then hi, I'm Caitlin again, and sorry that you got the middle of whatever it was that I was saying. But anyways, I cried while talking to my partner because I'm not able to allow people to help me and support me. Uh, so yeah, I don't know how to allow people to help me. Or I just like get really upset at myself when people help me because I'm like, well, I am not capable of doing this for myself, so like I just get really discouraged and um in negative thought patterns about myself. So I'm trying to fix that and not do that. Again, I'm using the word fix, so like I need fixing. Like I don't. I need to just be kind to myself. That is the best way, the best solution to my problems. Is listening to myself and being kind. And yeah, I really wanted to stay home today and just lay in bed. And I wanted to do that yesterday. And I don't know how things are gonna go. I want to talk to. I have a birthday thing tomorrow. For my one of my childhood best friends. Well, okay, the only childhood best friend that I still have, that we've been friends like the whole time. And I haven't seen her in a long time. Um, so I'm excited to go, but I was gonna go like in the middle of work, and like come back. But then the schedule got changed last minute, which I'm like, some people are taking off work, like I can't just do that. So anyways, I'm gonna talk to people that are working tomorrow and be like, hey, are you cool if the schedule is changed, and like, are you gonna be good? Do I need to like have anybody come in to fill in for me? Because I don't know why I didn't even know that the schedule changed until my sister brought it up because she is also going to it. Yeah, whatever. It'll be nice. It's just a tea with her friends, and I won't know anyone there except for her and her sister, and my sister. Which is already a nerve-wracking thing for me. But I've done it before. It's not that long, and it's for her birthday, so I really want to support, and I totally forgot about whether or not, like, I totally forgot about a gift, and so I'm like, uh, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do about that because I don't have time to order anything now, which is fine. But it's like, then what do I do? But I'm also like, I have no time. It's work and I don't have time or energy. Um, that's just how it is. Uh, okay. Mm. Oh, here it comes. Yep. Oh my god. Okay. My bones are achy and my muscles are stiff. And it's like, I do that a lot. Um, every thought just like left my brain for a second there. Uh, yeah. So I might just see if I can change my schedule around tomorrow, and then I'll just go to the tea and then go home. Um, yeah, I need to stop feeling bad about taking the time that I need. It's really hard though, because I feel like I've been taking more time than other people do, but then it's also like, then maybe that's evident of the fact that this is not gonna work for me. I don't know. Like, if they get upset that I'm taking too much time off, then maybe that's the sign that, like, this isn't working for me. This is, so, this is the only, this is the only fun thing I have taken off work for. Except for holidays, I guess? Except for, like, a few days for the holidays, but like they asked people what their holiday schedule was, and like that's, I don't know. Anyways, other than Christmas and a half day on New Year's Eve, which I have a doctor's appointment that day anyways, and that's partially why I didn't want to go to work and then have to go to the doctor's appointment, and then I'm going to be exhausted, and I don't think I'll be able to stay up till midnight. Anyways, like it doesn't matter to me that much. I'm not really a partier if you haven't realized, so I don't know what we're gonna be doing New Year's Eve, but something. Or nothing. I don't know. But I have a doctor's appointment that day, and so I took off. But like, other than that, I have not taken off for anything fun. It's always been doctor's appointments or I was sick. So I'm trying to not feel bad about like the one thing that is for fun. So yeah. Um I'm gonna just be like, hey, this is what's happening, instead of being like, hey, is this okay? Because I'm gonna go anyways. So yeah. Anyways, I just had to talk that out. Build my confidence. I was like, I am not very confident, and I tend to just like be a people pleaser and want everyone to like me and not feel inconvenienced ever. And it's like, well, sometimes things are inconvenient, and a lot of the times it's inconveniencing me. So, maybe I need to spread the wealth. Be like, hey, I'm not gonna take the fall 24/7, so this is something that I need accommodations with, or I need help, or I need whatever. Um, it's going to be a long process of getting used to being able to do that. But, who knows? Maybe I'll come back on here in like 2 years and I'll have it all figured out. Um, I doubt it. But maybe I'll have certain aspects figured out and I'll be better at those things in particular. We'll see. Um, uh, I got time. I'm relatively young, so we'll figure it out. I'll get it. Um, yeah. I mean, so talking to my one coworker that is about to have a baby, she always makes me feel better. Um, she's just like so supportive, so like take care of yourself, like do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Like that's your top priority, and like, or that should be your top priority. And it's like, uh, I'm gonna miss her so much because without her, I won't have anyone really doing that to that extent. Um, so it's like, it's also like she's not like a manager or anything as far as like, it's not like she can decide whether or not things are acceptable or not acceptable or make accommodations or whatever, but just having someone supportive around is nice. Not that my other coworkers aren't supportive, just not like that verbally or maybe as much. I don't know how to describe it. Like other people don't say those things. Um, so I don't know. She's not the only person I've expressed these things to. I did express them to one of my managers. Maybe not as much because I feel like I wasn't getting the feedback or support in the conversation, so I didn't go into it anymore. And so maybe I just need to kind of have more confidence going into it, being like, hey, this is serious. I'm not really good at that. I want to downplay everything and be like, no, it's fine. Like, I'm fine. It's good. Like, I can do it, but I can't. So, I don't know. Yeah. This morning, was just like I was tired. Things I didn't do like most of the things that I was planning on doing. My routines have kind of been not as good. I've not been as good with them. Just I'm just so fatigued. It's hard to keep up with anything, and then it gets to the point where I'm like upset because I need those routines, and those routines make me feel normal. And so now I'm like feeling not normal because I've not been doing the things that I need to be doing that like I enjoy having the consistency with, but I don't necessarily enjoy doing them, like brushing my teeth. I brushed my teeth last night. It's not a big deal. I'll brush them again today. It's fine. But I normally brush them in the morning as well. Sorry about that. And so, because I didn't brush them this morning, I'm feeling like, oh, I need to brush my teeth, but I don't have it with me, and I would do that here, and it's just like I can't. And so, I feel like my day's thrown off because I didn't do my routine. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to not think about it, but it's hard when like that is a large part of my life, which is like I need the structure, but I've got a really hard time maintaining the structure because of the other things going on, the executive dysfunction and the physical aspects of my disabilities where I'm fatigued 24/7 and I'm in pain a lot and it's really hard to just get up and do things. Um because it accentuates the executive dysfunction and makes it harder because then I'm just discouraged thinking about all that stuff that I can't motivate myself to get up and do what I need to do. So I didn't even make myself a bagel. I was like, you know what? That bagel was weird yesterday. Like that's the thing that happens is one time something in my routine doesn't work and then I'm just like throw the whole thing out. We got to start over. Um which is not good and I will not be doing that. But I'm going to have to buy a new bag of bagels or something because I don't trust the other bagels. My partner was like, I had one and it was fine. I'm like, it's fine. I don't know. I didn't like it. But I knew I had bagels here. Me and bagel, I don't know. So I decided I would eat a bagel here. Make myself a bagel here and eat it. So, oh jeez, sorry. So I did that and I ate my bagel here. And yeah. I just at least I did the same routine, just, it just wasn't in the car. I just ate it when I got here, which is totally fine. I gotta make sure that I'm not gonna throw out the routine, you know? So, like, sorry, my partner messaged me and they don't get a lot of breaks, so I like to try to message back quickly. But they were just asking how I was doing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Pronouns. Um, just asking how I was doing. I was like, well, achy, but not worse than yesterday. Um, I feel like the Tylenol and Kratom just aren't really doing enough for me, and sometimes there's like negative side effects, or I just feel weird. Like I am either hypersensitive or not not able to detect things. So a lot of the times I'll take something and I'll just feel weird and I'm like, I don't know, I just feel weird. Sorry. So it's like I don't I don't know what particularly feels weird. Like sometimes it's different things and it doesn't make sense necessarily. Like yesterday evening, I was like, I don't maybe my stomach or maybe feeling a little bit anxious maybe. I'm having a couple like paranoid thoughts, so I'm trying not to entertain those. Like, I really had to dissect what it could be because I couldn't really tell, and that happens a lot. Um, because it's just, I don't know, it's just not normal. That's what I know. It's not, doesn't feel normal to me, like how I normally feel. So, yeah, I don't know. Interception is weird. Um, but I'm wearing knee braces and my compression socks as always, because not wearing those is a bad idea. And, I don't know. I really don't know what else to do about anything. Like, those are what I got brace wise. I don't really know what to do about the muscle aches. Like, yeah. Maybe somebody eventually, some doctor will tell me what's going on and what I can do, but I have a feeling there's not a whole lot to be done. Yeah, love it. Um, but I was able to make dinner last night. I mean, that's partially why I took the medicine when I did, because I was like, well, I got stuff to do. I don't want to just, like, hmm. In the car, I was like, I'm gonna pass out when I get home. And I'm just gonna, it's gonna be it. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. And I was like, that's just not an option. I have to make dinner. I mean, not that it is an option. I could have, had us buy dinner somewhere, but I had planned on this dinner and I knew I was going to be making dinner. I forgot what the plan was, but I knew I had it printed out. I knew that I had the plan. Like, I needed to make the food. And so I did it. But, like, maybe it would have been better if I had just laid down. But that's not how I want to live. I don't want to live like that. Getting home from work and then just laying down and then having to order food and mm, it's just not, that's not the lifestyle I want to have at all. So I gotta figure something out. I'm not really sure what. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to let people down, but I also don't want to quit. It was hard. I made myself hot chocolate and I put a cinnamon stick in it. It was pretty good. Um, I'm trying to not get back into some disordered eating habits. I had so over the summer I had lost some weight. I just wasn't doing well and couldn't eat very much and it wasn't good. So I've been trying to gain weight, but I've been kind of just eating crap whenever, like eating a lot of junk food at work and um, justifying it by saying like, oh, it's because you need to gain weight and dopamine food and all that stuff. And so I'm trying to just like eat healthier, but not like restrict my eating because um I know that like so I've gained the weight back. Now I'm back at a healthy weight. But I'm like, oh, I don't like the way my stomach looks. And so it's like it's really tempting to just go right back into not eating enough and restricting how much I eat. So I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna eat enough food, and I'm just gonna try to not eat candy, like, and also just not feel bad about the way my stomach looks. Like, no one cares except for me. So, I'm at a healthy weight. Um, I need to be okay with how that looks for me right now. Because, yeah, I mean, if I physically could exercise and build muscle and, you know, look different, then I, I would rather look like that and not the way I do, which is not bad, but just like not muscle tone, really. So, like, but I can't, like, there are things I can do, but not not anything that would change the way I look drastically. So, um, just trying to not care about my image. Like, I'm gonna look however I look. As long as I am a healthy weight and I'm trying to take care of myself, then it really doesn't matter. And so I'm just gonna work on cutting out candy and um like significant amounts of chocolate and those things that I like to eat when I'm at work because they just have stuff here and it's easily accessible. And when I'm stressed, I like to eat junk food because it's like a dopamine thing, and it I think it also is like a stimming thing where like if I so like I like stress chugged like two things of hot chocolate the other day because it was just I was stressed and it was my way of like having something right here to protect my face, but also to have something warm that I'm drinking. Like it was a stimming thing. I realize that now. Um, but then also like it was hot chocolate, which is sweet and really, dopamine hit. So like everything was dopamine in that like whole interaction with hot chocolate. And like I'll do the same thing with other candies where like I am doing this as a way to cope with stress. And so like I'm gonna try to not do that, but then that means that I'm gonna need to figure out other ways to cope with stress. And who knows? Maybe maybe it'll make things more evident. I'm just trying to have better all like healthier behaviors and coping mechanisms and um not be ashamed of who I am and not be afraid of disappointing people when I'm just being myself. And, you know, it shouldn't matter to me who thinks what of me, but I'm very self-conscious um about certain things. Some things I just don't care about, but like I want people to like me. I don't want people to think I want them to get the wrong impression. I think I'm not trying hard enough when I'm trying so hard, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope you're having a good day. I feel like this was a more positive episode than last one. I know I was talking about like I really want to be positive, but I'm in so much pain. Yeah, I feel more positive today. Talking to my partner helps. Just I feel like I just need that reassurance. I'm probably gonna have to do it again. I'm just like I set these goals for myself and I'm not sure I can meet them and it feels like I'm failing and I don't want to I put those goals and expectations in place before I knew that I had these things, like I didn't know I was autistic. I didn't know I had hypermobile EDS. I didn't know either of those things before starting this job. The only thing I knew that I had was IBS, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, like I could, whatever. I mean, if I have to go to the bathroom more often, it's fine. So like, that's the only thing I knew I had going into this. So, you know, the game has changed. There are more players involved than I thought. Um, and it's okay for the goals to change then. For me to shift my expectations to something that's more realistic. So, I say that, but I don't know how to get there, so I mean, it's actually getting there. It's the process of doing the thing that's hard. Um, Even if I know what I need to do, it's hard to get myself to actually do it. Um, but yeah, this is me breaking down my internalized ableism and shifting my perspective on my personal expectations and accepting that I don't have to do it alone. My partner wants to be able to support me, and um, even though it's hard for me to accept and to I've always wanted to be so independent, and realizing that I can't is really hard. So if anybody knows how that feels or is dealing with the same sort of things, feel free to reach out. Even if you're not, like, I love talking to neurodivergent people, and so if you've got anything brewing in your noggin and you want to talk about it, you can always email me. I'll put the email in my show notes. It's just caitlinspodcast@gmail.com, but I'll write it out because I know there's a million ways to spell Caitlin. Um, and yeah, my Instagram handle will also be in the show notes, and I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day, whatever that looks like for you, and always remember that you are enough.